social media has killed dating. And it's something that a lot of people will look at and obviously like understand. Like most people can come to a general agreement that social media has changed dating. But has it made it worse? Has it made people more picky? Has it made people more likely to break up, to cheat, to leave their partners? And I would say for a lot of those scenarios, yes. You have an abundance of options now. And this is not necessarily an actual abundance of options, it's a perception of that. When guys are scrolling on social media, what they see is, there's a ton of attractive girls on social media. I can pull up 1,000 profiles of Instagram models. And guys think, oh, this is a girl I could talk to. This is a girl I could date. This is a girl that maybe if I DM'd and said the right thing, she would come over and whatever it may be. But the reality is, on the flip side of that, those girls are getting an insane amount of attention. So one, guys are hopeful, okay? Guys are dreamers. When we look in the mirror, we're like, man, that guy's so strong. When women look in the mirror, they look at themselves and they start breaking themselves down. They get more insecure. And it's because we have that positivity naturally wired with us with testosterone. So, you'll notice guys that are on testosterone, guys that are on like Anavar, guys that are on like, any performance enhancing drug, they're like on it. They're like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And it's not that I'm recommending to take testosterone for your depression. I'm just here to say that like, you feel more aggressive. And so guys have that hope, that desire, like, oh yeah, I could talk to this girl. But on the flip side, that girl has a million DMs coming in and she's not even gonna look at your stuff. And so what does that do psychologically to her? It also makes her feel more egotistical, more narcissistic. There are so many young girls that I know that are like 20 years old, 25 years old that have nothing to their name. They don't have anything. They haven't done anything with their life. And they think they're hot shit. They think that their shit doesn't stink. They think that all the top guys in the world are gonna cater to me because I can get whatever I want. This mindset is insanely delusional. What they don't realize is, yeah, guys are gonna do that for you because they wanna fuck you. Guys are gonna do that to you because they want to sleep with you. And so there's a delusion on one side. I think that social media killed dating for women. I think it really murdered dating for women. It slaughtered it. I think that pornography and adult content killed it for men. I think that's the biggest L that men took. When we are now paying women, regular women, for we're paying monthly subscriptions to get access to their nudes. That is a whole new level of low. It's a whole new level of just you're a loser. But men are doing it. And so when women are like, I'm gonna be an OnlyFans model, I don't really blame you because I understand the allure of it. Because there are men out there that went to your high school, that sat in one class with you, that are like, oh, Stacey Smith is now on OnlyFans, we gotta see her, and then they'll pay for that. And they're like, they literally have nothing better to do with their life than to look at nudes and to sit in a room and jerk off to lotion and put it in a sock. Like, that is how sad their life is. And OnlyFans and these platforms only exist because men are simps, because men are losers, because men just literally have nothing better to do with their life. And so women are taking advantage of it. So I think that's what killed men. I think that pornography and adult content has killed men. I think it's allowed them to become weaker. It's normalized the idea that I don't need a girlfriend because I can go release myself somewhere else. If we did not have adult content, we would literally be talking to girls. Guys would literally be out here like, yo, I have to talk to somebody. It's been 3 weeks, bro. I need to do something, right? So there's a whole world out there of VR, of devices. And as someone that used to watch adult content, like when I was younger, yo, that stuff is crazy. Even back when I was younger, that stuff is crazy. So I get why men can satiate themselves, almost like be even more enthused by adult content because there's webcam models, there's OnlyFans, there's some realism to it. And so now girls are like, why aren't men approaching us? Why aren't men approaching us? It's because men have adult content. And then women are like, why aren't men committing to us? Why aren't men committing to us? It's because men have adult content. And men can go to the bar and go pick up a girl, and there's escorts and prostitutes, and there's a sex industry out there that exists where this stuff is available. So the girls that like really want real relationships are now suffering. But also on the flip side, men don't approach a lot of women because women are very egotistical. There's a saying out there that says the worst you could say is no. Women don't just say no. They dog your life. You ask a girl out like, hey, I think you're really attractive. I'd love to take you out sometime. They'll be like, I will never, ever talk to a guy like you. Who do you think you are approaching me? I've literally had women say this to me, and I've literally had women say this to friends of mine. Hold on. Let's do it. Yo.
Hey, you want to meet outside or we come up?
Come up, but I'm filming. You just come up. Just wait outside my door real quick. I'm coming.
Sorry.
Women love putting men down. Women, not all women, but a lot of them like putting men down because it makes them feel good. Some women just go out to get attention. And what they don't realize is that this ends. This insane amount of traffic that you're getting as a woman, like where all men want you, where all men want to sleep with you, that men were opening doors for you and being very nice, it ends. One of the biggest things that is difficult to deal with is that depreciation. And you know what's crazy? I've worked with people that have lost a lot of weight. I've coached women through weight loss, and they're so traumatized, not by the success that they get, but like by the change in the reactions that men have towards them. Like men that never talked to them, never gave them attention, start talking very, very nicely to them, very sexually. And they're like, wow, all men care about is sex. It is crazy how they're treating me different. It is crazy how my entire life has changed because I lost 35 pounds. It's insane. It's insane. And women that have lost a lot of weight, if you're a woman that's lost a lot of weight, if you know women that have lost a lot of weight and they look a little bit better now, they will tell you how quickly their life has changed because men are very sexually driven. But guess what? That ends. That ends as you get older. You don't get let in the club after 30 like that. It doesn't happen. Okay? It doesn't happen. I'm sorry. And it's probably one of the most difficult things that women have to deal with. But a lot of young women have this fantasy, this delusion that this is going to last forever. I'm always going to be young. I'm always going to be beautiful. I can always get men to bend down and do whatever the fuck I want. It does not work that way. They will do that for you at a certain period of time. And that's the difficulty of being a woman. You have a very short period of time when you are very young and when you are naturally very immature to then make very mature, realistic, life-changing decisions that really alter the course of your life. A lot of girls blow their 20s. They blow it on guys, on talking, on fun, on going out, on drinking, on partying, on yachts, on going here, on going there, instead of actually building a relationship with a man that's actually going to be able to take care of them long term, or building themselves up as an individual. I think concurrently you should be doing both, into someone that has a stable career, and someone that has a foundation, and someone that's very good with their family. They blow their 20s, they blow their youth, they blow their late teen years on nothing but having fun. And there's guys that do that and suffer the consequences. The difference is we can get it together later because the metric at what we're judged at is more so resource and financial stability and the ability to do stuff. So if a guy wants to get his life together at 34 years old, he can do that. He can go say, okay, I got to grind, and for the next 3 years, 4 years of his life, he can get it together and really come out on top. It does not take a long period of time to build up a good amount of wealth. 2-3 years grinding as hard as you possibly can on the right things can change the entire trajectory of your life. It can make you very successful as a guy. But as a woman, at 35 years old, you're like, okay, now I want to date the good guys that want to treat me well. And all those guys that really like me back in the day, first off, they're older. Second off, they're not going to look at you the same. They're going to look at you as a girl that's 10 years older. And they're going to start questioning, like, where were you in your 20s? Why are you not married at 35? And some women, you might get very offended by this. Like, oh, how can you say that? I can do whatever I want. Yeah, you can. You really can. But there are consequences to doing whatever you want. I could go eat chocolate chip cookies all day. I love chocolate chip cookies. But there are consequences for me eating chocolate chip cookies. There are consequences for me playing video games. There are consequences for me not doing something or doing something. There's always consequences for it. And you have to pay for them, whether you like them or agree with them or not. You are going to pay the consequences. If I work out every single day and eat clean, I'm going to look different. There are consequences for my actions. So, you gotta understand, it's very, very difficult now to date because social media has changed the game. It has caused women to become more narcissistic and more full of themselves and more egotistical. The average girl that has like 2,000 followers, 3,000 followers gets as much attention as like a big social media influencer as a guy like that has like 50,000, 60,000 followers. Seriously, like it's crazy. Like I know girls that have like 6,000, 7,000 followers. Mind you, I have over 1 million on all my social platforms. They get just as many DMs as I do. They get like 100 DMs a day from guys. And I'm like, that's crazy. It's insane. Because first off, guys aren't necessarily going for the follow. They aren't going for like, let me like all your photos and follow you. Some guys that really like want to be slick about it, they'll just DM her. No one sees, nobody knows, only she knows. And it builds the ego regardless. It doesn't matter if they follow her or not, it builds the ego. So, social media killed it for women. I think, more than anything, because it forced them. It's very hard not to be egotistical. It's very hard not to feel like you're queen and you're at the top of the world. You know how many girls have told me, like, I'm different from everybody else. I'm not the same type of girl. I'm very different. And pornography killed it for men. Adult content killed it for men. Oh, man, I don't have to go. Like, no, I'm going to stay in, man. Like, I hear these guys say, like, I'm going to stay in, man. Like, oh, yeah, like, women, like, you need women. There's no guy out here saying I'm an independent man. We need women. We need sexual access. We need to be able to talk to them. And I can tell the difference. I can tell immediately if a guy watches porn a lot of times. I can tell the way he talks to women. I can tell the shyness, the shakiness in his voice. If a guy is sleeping with women consistently and able to talk to attractive women in real life, he will never watch adult content. Like, it's why? Why would you not want the real thing? But a lot of guys, they take the easy route, and it kills their ability to form a relationship. And then they become depressed because they're on tofu when they want steak. They want the real woman, but they're watching pixels on a screen and training their mind to be sexually attracted to that, and multiple tabs on a browser, and their hand friction when they're not actually around. When you see a good-looking girl, you should be like, yo, like, I can't control it. That's how it should be. Honestly, like, that's a healthy response. Girls will shame you for that, but that's actually how it's supposed to be. You see a physically attractive woman, you should be aroused. You should want to look. That's normal for men. Where have we gone in a society where this is not normal for a man to be aroused by an objectively attractive woman? Where has that gone? Not that you go and act on it and you go and get on your knees and whatnot, but you should be. If you're married, you know, obviously you have your wife. She depletes you. She drains you. She makes you happy. She fulfills you, you know, in a serious manner. And so while you may look, you may not act. But if you're a single guy, the number one worst thing that you could do in your life right now is watch porn, adult content. And if you're a single woman, one of the biggest things that's a threat to your actual success in life is your social media, especially if you have a large one. And look, me as a person that has a large social media following, I don't think that social media is good. I don't think that a lot of people should have large followings. I know the temptation that comes with it, and I know it's not beneficial for your psychology. So personally, I don't want to date a girl that has a large social media. Personally, I don't even want to date a girl that has social media. And you might say, oh, you're a hypocrite. Yes, maybe I am. Maybe I am. I use social media for business, but I know that it still has an egotistical effect on you. It still does. It makes you feel like you're better than you actually are. Like, yeah, I have a lot of followers that are real people. I appreciate all of you guys, but there's a lot of people that follow me just to follow me, and that's okay. You're more than welcome to do that. They may not necessarily have this great opinion of me. They may like my content or a video I made, and boom, they follow me. That doesn't mean that I'm better than anybody just because I have a lot of followers. So, hope this was helpful, guys. Hope you appreciate my talks when I do these pieces of content. If you guys haven't done so already, hit that bell notification to stay on top of all of our YouTube videos. Definitely subscribe to all my platforms. If you ever need to talk to me one-on-one, the link is down in the description below. And until next time, guys, Sumi out.